Hello, my love. Come sit with Nana and we'll read a story together. Today, we'll be reading The Little Match Girl by Hans Christian Andersen. It was the last day of the year. It was very cold and nearly dark. Snow was falling fast. A poor little girl was walking through the streets. She only had a thin dress and a shawl. She had lost her shoes jumping out of the way of a carriage, and her bare feet were frozen blue. She earned money by selling matches to rich folk. She carried them in her apron, and held a bundle in her hands. All day no one had bought any from her, nor given her a single penny in kindness. Shivering and hungry, she crept along sadly. Snowflakes fell on her long hair. She sat down on the snowy footpath against a wall, not daring to go home without a single penny, because her father was mean and would be very angry with her. Her hands were so cold. Perhaps burning a match would warm them? She pulled one out and struck it, psst, against the wall. It was bright, like a candle. The match was so warm to her that the girl felt she was sitting beside a large iron stove. She stretched out her feet to warm her toes, and then suddenly the match went out and the stove vanished. She quickly lit another one, striking it on the wall. This time, in the match's light, she thought she saw through the wall to a room, inside with a wonderful dinner table. On the elegant white tablecloth was a roast goose stuffed with apples and dried plums. Amazingly, the goose got up and waddled towards her. Then the match went out, and there was only a wall. She lit another match, and found herself sitting under a beautiful Christmas tree. Candles burned on its branches, which were hung with colored ribbons and pretty decorations. She stretched out her hands toward it, and the match went out. In the darkness, the Christmas lights still seemed to burn, raising higher and higher until they were like stars in the sky. She saw one of the stars fall, and remembered what her dear grandmother had said. A falling star is a soul going up to meet God. Her grandmother had died some time ago, but the girl still felt her warm love. She struck another match on the wall. There, in the shining light, stood her old grandmother, calm and welcoming. "Grandmamma!" she cried out. "Don't vanish when the match goes out. Take me with you." She quickly lit all the matches in her hand, and they burned brighter than the sun at noon. Her grandmother hugged her close. Together they flew upwards to glowing happiness far above the earth, to be with God, where there was no cold or hunger. The next morning, people found the little girl's body lying in the snow, frozen. She was still holding a bundle of matches and smiling. No one knew she had seen such beautiful things, nor imagined her joy now with her beloved grandmother. Our story has come to an end, but there are many more adventures waiting for us. Thank you for spending time with me today. Until next time, take care, and I'll see you again for another story.